when they go away, it's like, raw. I lived with them kind of. I live with my man talking. I live with me talking to myself like that. There'll be times when if I'm out shopping, I'll walk. I couldn't even look in the mirrors, bro. At times. You know what I mean? Now I can't stop looking in the mirror.
Hey, man, it's the truth.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
It's the truth.
So,
yeah, straight in. Listen, it's the One Devotion, Daily Devotion podcast. I've got an icon here. I've got a gent, an inspiration. He's done what most people don't do, which is transform his mind, his way of thinking, himself, and he's a comedy king as well. My guy Matt.
Yo,
come on, guy.
Brother, that's the intro, man. I don't even know what to even say to that. I'm thinking, raw. I never had this kind of intro before.
No, man, it's true, fam. I feel like you, out of a lot of people, are standing on this, being vulnerable, unapologetic, in a space where if you are, you're getting shot for it.
100%, man.
You're getting pulled apart left, right, and centre. So, yeah, I respect it still.
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Looking a bit bolo as well.
Yeah, man, I'm trying. Things are different now. Things are different now. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
Someone's going to be different, brother.
Tough. We just looked at the set like, yeah.
Things are different.
Yeah, fresh fade as well is just, sharp.
Yeah,
no,
man.
Fam,
Yeah, man.
I respect it.
Yeah, man.
How have you been?
Bro, I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll just, when I think about it, I'm good. Because when you ask that question, I get, you know, even my reaction to say I'm good then, it's automatic at times, isn't it? But now I'm really good, bro. Like you were saying, you know, I've transformed. It's mad because even now, this conversation that we're having, it's kind of come at a perfect time for me. As I said, I believe in time, and I believe in time is always perfect timing, and it's like, I'm in a good space with myself, a good space with my process, with what I'm trying to do, and it's just, no, I'm in a good place, brother. I'm good, man.
No, I respect it.
I'm good.
I respect it. And I respect the fact that you even put emphasis on the fact that it's easy to just have the automatic response.
It wasn't. When I said it was automatic as well. That's why I took it back. I thought, wait, no, I am, because it is automatic, man. We taught to do that.
Love it. Energies. Proper, innit? Listen, it's mad because we don't actually know each other.
Bro, and it's mad. It's mad.
It just flows.
I was thinking the other day, do you know what? I don't even know, like, I don't even know how I even met you and that, like, and it's like you're right, we don't really know each other like that. But the vibe is just calm, it just flows, and that's why I know it's just, it's just meant to happen, innit?
It's blessed.
And cause I've seen you around Sheffield, and I know from around Sheffield, I know from back in the day, from Meadowhall, what's the place called now? We used to work in Meds.
Brother to brother.
Yeah, them times. Yeah. And just from being around the chef.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, other than that, and then just happened. I don't even know how it even happened, bro.
It's mad. I just feel like I bumped into you in Meds.
Yeah. Is that what, when we were low?
Before that, fam.
Yeah.
We used to pass quite a lot because you used to work on the bottom at Scott's in the Coston. There. And then I was always either in Foot Locker, and then I come.
Oh, he was at Foot Locker as well, innit? Because you know Sam,
and that's
I think that's it.
But the interview.
Oh no! Oh,
wait, Foot Asylum. Was you at Foot Asylum?
Yeah, I was at Foot Asylum as well.
Sam?
Yeah. That's why I know Sam from Foot Asylum, and you used to hang out with Sam.
Sam, and that's how it just clicked and connected. But even then, spud a move.
Yeah.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah.
And then I come in with Law in that time to suit, and I thought, what time? Yo, blessed guy.
Yeah.
So.
And then for Instagram, I think.
And then to the gram.
Yeah, because I was seeing you doing your thing. I was seeing you do your thing on YouTube. Gas for man, like, because as I was saying before, I'm big on like YouTube. Like, YouTube's my TV, man. I don't really watch TV like that. Like, I love what you do in it. I love the perspective of other people, basically. So I love seeing other people's eyes and stuff like that. And I felt like what you were doing in there, coming with your content, it was just sick, man. And the energy you was putting out there, the vibes you're putting out there, I was just like, boy, this is sick, you know. And it kind of motivated me because that's what I wanted to do. And you're just doing.
You are that guy, though. You are that guy. As I said, the comedy king.
Yeah.
Don't let him down, please.
It's mad, man. Bro, I don't know how to
comedy king.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother.
You should have more content out there, but that's just a part of trying to find yourself in a world where it's nervous and
def, man.
It's kind of like self-critical. We're self-critical a lot.
Bro, the biggest. We're the ones that talk ourselves out of doing stuff. Like, we're the biggest critiques of ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's like, but even when you saying that, I'm just like, you know what I mean? It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to even take. You know what I mean? It's just like, because in my head, it's like sometimes I'm probably too harsh on myself. You know what I mean? But I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
Appreciate it. So, obviously, man's from Chef. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
What was like your upbringing like then in Chef, like school? What?
To be fair, like
being a young buck.
I was. Listen, bro. I'm blessed upon blessed, man. Like, I had a big family growing up. I lived with my mum and dad, and my brother and my sister. I'm the middle child.
Solid.
So obviously I had a great example of my older brother. Growing up, he was like my idol. So, but also sometimes he made me competitive as well, which I get my competitive side from. So I thank him for that as well. So he just set a great example for me growing up. So obviously I had that. That's why I know I'm blessed. I had a great example, just 3 years older than me, that I lived with, that I just wanted to just do whatever he did, basically. Obviously in my own way, in my own thing, but he was doing his thing. I just wanted to do my thing and just be well, because he's just doing his thing now. He lives in Singapore now.
He's
winning, bro. Singapore, he's moving mad out there. Singapore,
sick.
Living, got a family out there. Been a hard worker from day, like from school. But and this is the thing, like it's not like it's funny, like he's grafted for that, bro. Like and that's the thing, like I had an example in my house. I would in school doing A levels. I would see him locked up doing his revision on them things there, locked away, just doing his revising, and then coming out with his good grades, getting the highest. Because we went to a Rotherham school. He's like obviously, and being the only black youth there as well. He's come out with the highest grades in the school and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So obviously, I'm living with that kind of inspiration in my own house, and yeah, just set a wicked example for me. And to this day, he does. Like, and I had a conversation with him the other day. I was like, bro, like you do know, like you've kind of like set the levels for man, and you know, even though we've got different paths, and I know that's not my path. I know I'm walking in my path, and my path's different. Like the work ethic is I definitely get it from him, but other than that, yeah, and obviously my sister as well. She even gave me motivation because I wanted to be that for her. So it's like, even though
both sides of the coin.
Both sides, innit? So I'm the middle child. So I'm thinking, this is what my brother is to me. I need to be this for her, innit? So that's the way I felt like I tried to always improve and tried to always do the right thing. Just trying to be an example, trying to be a leader, basically, for my younger sister, which I love to death. And you know, I feel like just being a middle child, I think that's just it's mad. It's kind of given me responsibility, and also I've been at that place where I can something to work towards as well. And yeah, and like I said, so I also went to a Rotherham school. Obviously, I grew up in church as well, so I had a very solid foundation. Where I was surrounded by a lot of Caribbean people, which I love dearly to my, you know, which to this day is part of my family, and which kept me grounded as well. Obviously, went to a Rotherham school, literally, bro. I think me, my brother, my sister, and my boy Alex, and there's a few other people in there, but you're talking handful, and it's mad because I know a lot of people aren't used to being the only. Well, I know we all are, but like I was in an environment where I was the only black kid, and it got to a point now where I'm comfortable there now. But that's because I lived there. Yeah, I lived it. Nice. I lived it, bro. And it wasn't always easy. You know, there was things I didn't even understand. There's times where, you know, there was hatred and that. Obviously, you know, you go through it, and I'm not the only one who's gone through it. I know that. So, but it taught me a lot, man. It taught me a lot. I don't regret any of it, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm blessed. Like I said, I had a strong family unit, man. Like, strong family unit. Definitely, bro. Like, blessed, man.
I rate that. And the thing is, yeah, it's even more. important how you actually put so much emphasis on the fact that you had positive role models.
100%, man.
Men around you.
100%.
In your household. Your mum and your dad living together. Solid.
Yeah.
Church people.
Yeah.
Well grounded.
Yeah, man.
Do things properly.
Yeah.
Don't have picnic, want a wedlock.
Exactly. And then obviously, like I said, outside the family, I had the church as well.
The church as well.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of just keep that essence
100%
going.
100%, man. So it's like
stay disciplined with it.
Definitely.
Really.
And without going into too much detail, obviously there's things obviously in the church that you don't always agree with, but it's giving me a lot more good than bad. I tell you that 100%.
And how did you find then being? Obviously, I'll be honest. There aren't actually a lot of examples of when people say I was the only black boy in the school, because unless it was in an area like that, I'd say Sheffield's pretty multicultural.
Yeah, definitely.
In some areas, depending on where you live. Now, I went to a primary school which was pretty well mixed, and a secondary school which was pretty well mixed. Brethrens are pretty well mixed.
Yeah.
It was just a balance.
Yeah.
So I felt oppression, of course. We all do.
Yeah.
But did you have that, or was you like, because there's also the element of he's the popular black kid in school, he's the funny guy, he's the guy who's got the fade, he's the man who's got the style, because the culture's set really behind the man them.
But the thing is though, bro, that's what I'm trying to tell people, like, we're rocking now, we're always rocking though, bro. So like, obviously, like I said, now, we're the popular guys right now, but back then it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same case. Obviously, think about it. I was different to them. In obviously, like you said, the way you dress and the way you talk, all them things there. Because like I said, I still had that foundation, obviously around Caribbean people and obviously black people and all them. So obviously that was still in me. So obviously, when I went to them school, I was different. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course, like, people didn't understand me. And in my head at the time, I didn't understand why they didn't understand me. You know what I mean? Because I just thought this is, you know what I mean? This is like, why? But obviously I know they lived in a completely different world to what I lived. So obviously I knew, it was hatred. There were times where, me and my brother, we got chased.
In Rotherham as well. It's deep.
Bro,
it's deep out there.
It's mad out there, you know.
You can't really go Rotherham them there.
Bro.
In the 2000s. Rotherham? You must be Barnsley. You must be mad. Scunthorpe.
Honestly, bro.
Scunny. So, can't go there.
And luckily though, there was quite a big Asian community there as well. So I rolled with them. But I rolled with the thing. I rolled with everybody though. Like, there wasn't an issue like where it was us against them. I'm trying to just put out. There was moments of that. You know, so I did experience it, but it wasn't. I didn't go to a school where I was hated, where I was getting things dashed at and stuff like that. It wasn't like that. No, not at all. Which is why I was able to get comfortable in there, because I got some good friends. I had some great friends of all different cultures in Rotherham, but obviously I did have my moments, you know, where it weren't so pretty. But I know we all experienced that as well.
Yeah, I think we speak about this all the time, off cam, on the phone, on the way in, whatever. Image, this whole thing that we have of image, this day and age, it's massive. It's
everything.
It's everything. In good and bad ways. If you've got an employer, they're looking at you to see how you flex. Even the dreads, I might even be persecuted, because maybe not much as so now, but
back then,
having a corporate background in certain things, I understand where they're saying, gal, dating scene, if you want, image is everything.
100%.
Even around the man them. It's like, okay, cool. I'm not watching no man, but I'm okay. Clean. Yes, but
you know it's them things.
Bless.
Yeah.
So you being a person who obviously openly, publicly, respectfully, wear your heart on your sleeve in regards to image. What did that look like for you? Like speak on that for you.
It was tough, bro. It was tough, man. And it's mad because obviously I was trying to think about a few things before I come, and it's weird because I realised how tough it was when you come out of it. Because when you're in it, you just kind of learn to get on with it. And it was something that I was constantly conscious about. Constantly. It was never anything where like it would come and go. No, constantly. When I leave the house, I'm constantly conscious about my body. Because obviously I've been overweight basically from early teens. And obviously, you know, that was something that I struggled with just even mentally, and so even my whole confidence and my you know, my insecurities. And it's mad because people will probably look back and think Matt weren't insecure, but I was like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you think he's loud, he busts his joke, and like nah, but like that's because you have to. That was, if anything, that was to kind of like counter it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it was kind of like to fight, because obviously, like I said, if I wasn't doing that, I'd be just miserable and you know what I mean, be unhappy and kind of in my head too much. So, but yeah, especially growing up in school, you know how kids are, you know, fat this, fat that, like that was the thing, and every nickname under the sun. I look like every black fat actor you can think of, and all them things there. And it's mad because when you're going through them things, you're kind of laughing it off, but them things hurt, man. Them things hurt, and it's like you play it off like you don't care, which obviously as a man you're supposed to. So, but them things hurt, and obviously, like I said, so it was always something I was fully aware of. So it's like whenever anybody would describe me, like if you didn't know who was, oh Matt, you know Matt, innit, that fat guy, innit. It's kind of like that became my identity, innit. So for me, in my head now, that's how I spoke to myself. So and that's where it gets dangerous, innit. So it's like it's how you view yourself and how you see yourself, and that's what I mean. That's why I said like before, we're the biggest critiques of ourselves. So now I believe that everybody sees me as that now. So
even now,
then. So yeah, so then them times now, that's how I view myself, and if anything, that's only who I am. It's not anything else. It's not I'm a good guy. I'm this and this. I'm the fat guy, innit?
All those things are dismissed because of that identity that people have given you, which you already identify with yourself. It's you who has to live with
exactly. And you see it every day, and it's like and like I said to you before, I wanted to, because this is the thing. People might not understand it, because I think people just see anybody who's overweight, and again, I can only speak for me, but they might just see it as it's something that they're not conscious about. But it's like, for example, if you wake up in the morning, you have a spot in the middle of your forehead, and you're chatting to people, you're conscious of it because you know it's there, innit? That's what's like with me with my body. So it's just like I was always conscious of even how I would sit down, how the clothes would fit. I would always sit down and put a pillow on my stomach, or I would even walk just to hunch my back just to hide my belly. Then all kind of things there, or wear the bag, all kind of things there. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks like this, but I know a lot of people don't go through that, probably won't even know that. So that's what I'm trying to say. So you might think Matthew's confident and all that, but which I do believe I am in a sense, because obviously I didn't hide away. I had to fight through it.
Had to shoulder that.
Yeah, but it was something I was always conscious about. So how I would dress, how I would wear them things there, would constantly wear black, them kind of things there, and yeah, it was something that affected everything. Affected my relationships with even females and all them things there. Definitely.
Do you know what? I respect Joe, brother. I respect you so much, fam, because it's so hard to convey to other people how hurtful things can be that they've done, or without even knowing that it was affecting you. It was affecting you. And being able to translate that in the way that you have, I respect it, because it shows that you are allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to live your truth, and express it freely. And that's liberating for other people, because we don't see examples of males, especially men of colour, coming out talking about the climb back, the change, the transformation, the mental health, the stress. We don't really see that.
Especially the girl.
We don't speak about them things there. Where are the spaces to do that? Yeah, this is one, and amongst ourselves, barbershop chats. But when it actually gets critical, we don't really have a lot of those spaces. So I respect it.
My closest friends, bro, didn't really know exactly what I was going through, and even at the time.
And was that because you didn't because look, you're a confident guy. Perceived confident guy. Slick talker. Articulate. A joker. Is that how you countered a lot of is that what equipped you, in a sense, to be kind of
because I was good at dissing as well.
Diss it.
So whenever I get it back, I'll snap back at people, innit? And I'll be sick as well. Like people know me from school. Like they don't want to come at me. You don't. If you're coming at me, I'm coming for you hard. And then coming with me as well. Yeah. If I get you, I'm gonna get you again and again. If you get back up, I'm gonna get you again, brother. Yeah. So the whole class is on the floor laughing.
Energy.
And you don't want to chat to me again. You know what I mean? So. That was it as well. So I feel like people as well saw that and thought, "Oh, it's not affected." But the reason why I was doing that because, bro, I took a hit, man. I took a hit, so I'm thinking, nah, man, I need to get mine, man. Nah. You know what I mean? And because obviously it was the same jokes over and over again.
It was kind of
you know it was coming. So it's just like I just pick something away. I knew I just pick anything, bro. I was back in the day when you're young, it's the mum and jokes or anything there. And this became a part where just like defense mechanism. And then at the time, I didn't really know how much it was affecting me. Because you don't when you're younger. You know what I mean? And obviously, it's not until, like I said, I'm out of it where I realised how I was actually thinking about myself and how I was talking to myself. You know what I mean? It's like actually living with a bully. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, fam, that's mad. You're saying that you became your own bully.
Yeah, man.
In your house, in your thoughts, and how you spoke to yourself.
Yeah, because obviously I'll take away from what they say, and then I believe what they say, innit? And obviously, like, so when I look in the mirror these times now, I'm thinking the same things that they say. You know what I mean? And it's mad when you think about it. It's kind of dangerous, isn't it?
It's very dangerous.
And that's why words are very powerful, and people need to be aware of that.
Of what they say to
themselves. What they say to and to other people because. And if you think you can say something off the cuff to somebody, but they can take that home and live with that. So it's like...
And then take that to a new level.
And a different level.
Where they feel that is... And we see these cases, fam. Over and over, we see these cases.
100%. And this is what I mean. Like, do you know what used to trigger me? Like, I think it was his name, Piers Morgan. I don't even want to shout man's name out, but he used to. Cause I remember once I seen him chatting about how people are overweight, they're lazy, they just need to stop eating and work out. Like, people that talk on things that they don't have nothing, that don't know anything about, they do my head in, and because obviously, and I get you, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but it's so much more than just not working out and dieting. It's more than that. Like, obviously, I think for me, food was a comfort for me. So that's how it kind of like snowballed into just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Because obviously, whenever it's mad because I would eat when I was happy, I eat when I'm sad. So it was just like coming from all angles. So obviously, if I had a bad day at work or a bad day at school, or whatever, like food was my comfort. You know what I mean? And if you're not exercising, you're gonna put on weight. And then obviously it becomes a point where the more weight you put on, the more you're hard on yourself, and it's just the worst. It's just a snowball effect. So to say that all you need to do is just go to the gym and stop eating that, I'm not eating because I don't know what's good for me. I'm eating because, bro, this is the only pleasure I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and obviously, and that's one thing I had to kind of like rejig in my head and reconstruct and change my mind, basically.
So obviously now through your introspection, introspection we call it, what was the catalyst for change? What was it? Your health? Was it esteem? Was it?
I had enough, bruv. Like I said, I had enough of that bully, and I stood up to that bully, bruv. That was it. I was just like, I've had enough of you, fam. Like, you know, I had enough of living where I did, because this is the thing as well. I wasn't even living. I feel like I was just existing at that moment, because I felt like I said, even when it comes to things like relationships, even experiences, like I would be very, even though I'm very outgoing, there'll be times I'm an introvert as well at times, like I won't want to go nowhere, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, because obviously, you know, when you're not comfortable with yourself, you don't want to go out nowhere, so I feel like I wasn't living at times, and I feel like I was missing out on life, and experiences and relationships, and I wanted to change, but I wanted that life. I wanted that life I knew I could have, basically, because I knew I could have it, and I would think about it, I would dream about it, and I wanted that change, and I knew I deserved it as well. And obviously, I used to watch a lot of YouTube. Again, I talk about YouTube a lot. I used to watch a lot of YouTube and seeing people's transformation. So I knew it was possible, And that's one of the reasons why I post a lot of my stuff, because that for me was so key for me. Because obviously seeing somebody else do it helped me believe that I know I can do this.
It's so accountable though, like it's so accountable to say, do you know what? I'm gonna share my journey. I'm gonna show myself. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm gonna show you that this is who I was, a part of me, and this is where I'm going. And that, especially like I'm saying this even now, anybody who shares something that is transformative for them, real things.
It was hard at times. I can't even lie. Like, there was some times I thought, "Wow, why have I done this, man? Why have I put it on there?" Because being vulnerable is tough at times, especially when you're not in a good place. So if you're struggling, it's just like, oh, everybody can see this now. But I knew that I had so much belief in myself that even though things were hard, I knew I was gonna do it. I knew I was gonna do it. I always knew I was gonna do it. Like, it was just when. So even times when it was just like, I give up. I always knew. Like, I knew I wasn't gonna live. I knew I wasn't gonna die like that. Honestly, bro.
I respect it.
Because
I ain't going out like that.
Yeah, I know for real, because I'm thinking there's no way I'm gonna live my life like this, bro. Like, forever. Are you mad? Like, bro, I was miserable, bro. Like, there was times I was miserable. Like, there's no way. And like I said, obviously, like, it didn't just affect like I wanted relationships, like all them kind of things there, like all them kind of things. I wanted to be free. Like, I felt like I was locked up. You know what I mean? I locked in a headspace. I put myself in a position where I felt locked up, and I knew I was always gonna break out, bro.
So even that in itself, I think it's the belief that it would. Nah, fam, I ain't going out like this.
Nah, man.
I'm not going out like this. I think that's key, because I think everybody has that.
Yeah.
But can everybody tap into it?
Yeah.
Maintain it.
Yeah.
And come out the other side.
100%.
So from what period was your decision and choice to change and transform? Up until now, I took like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I've been trying to do it my whole life, bro. Like, even when I was in school, I used to be that guy. And then, summer holidays, I used to leave and say, when I come back in next year, different man, different man. Different like, you're not gonna recognize me. Different. I need a new uniform and all them things there. Didn't happen. Like, obviously, first week in, you try it, and it's just. So I've been trying for a long time. And so every time people ask me like how long you've been doing it for, I think obviously the most results you've seen obviously will be over the past three years or so. But the journey's been forever, bro. Like, it's just obviously you didn't see the times when I was trying and failing, but them times there were the reasons why I succeeded in the last 3 years, because I learned from all my mistakes. I learned from the things that I was doing wrong. So the times when I lost weight and put it back on again, and the times where I was struggling to, like, all them things that I did wrong allowed me to get to this point 3 years ago where things changed, and I started to make some real progress. Because obviously I learned from my mistakes, and this is what I try to tell people all the time, like, it's not going to be, don't look at my situation. And this is one thing I wanted to do this so badly as well, because a lot of people look at my situation and think, oh, Matt just did it like that, or he did it easier, or like, it was just one thing. Nah, man, like, I've been up and down for years. Like, and even in the last 3 years, like, I've had moments where I've fallen off, and I don't even say the word falling off, because it's a journey. There's no falling off, man. It's just, it's not a constant down. It's not like I'm going to constantly get in shape. It doesn't work like that. Like, that's not how it works. That's not life. Like, life doesn't work like that. Life is not a constant thing where everything's going amazing. It doesn't work. How are you going to learn? You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you can learn about something if everything's just great the whole time. You know what I mean? So for me, it was kind of a situation where the big change, like you said, it was when, I was back in Birmingham. I was at uni, and I think that's probably when I was at my heaviest. And then I probably need to send you some pictures as well, just so you can even put them up. Like,
I'll slap it up.
And I wasn't happy there, because obviously I was at uni. I wasn't doing anything that I wanted to do. I kind of thought I just went there just to do that.
Studying briefly.
I started off studying sports therapy, and then I did sports management. But the reason why I even did that is because my real passion is music, innit, and I'm a drummer.
Jeez.
Trust me. So, but before this though, before I went there, I actually got into a drumming school in London. I was meant to go there, and it all fell through due to like accommodation, stuff like that, and even to me giving up, to be fair, because I could have rejigged it and but obviously, you know, my head there, I wasn't in the right space, and you know, I gave up on that. So I kind of decided, let me go uni and do something just to do it, and that's what I wanted to do. And you know, so I was unhappy then, and that's when I probably got to my heaviest. I was, like I said, I kind of locked away a bit, eating, just not being happy and that, and yeah, and then that was probably one of my toughest moments. And I remember one time I was sat in my dorm and I was just in my boxes. I think I was just like in front of my computer, and somebody walked in my room by accident. It was the wrong room.
I'm wild out.
And just to be fair, he walked in and said, "Oh, sorry, wrong room." And then I remember I just sat there, and I felt so vulnerable, bro. Like I was in my boxes, and I looked at him, and then what do you call it? And he walked out, and I looked in the mirror, and bro, that was like, I can't do this anymore, you know, like this. Nah, man, nah. And it kind of started then. But I thought I need to change. This needs to change. I need to do something about this, man. And that was just like the straw. Because obviously a lot of things building up before then. It was just kind of like it was tough, and then that was just kind of like I need to make some changes. And I started then, and then after that, I come back to chef. Obviously, I've been away from the family, and always tough, and come back to Sheffield, and I just continued it there. And one of the first things I did a white collar. I call boxing. I'm a fan of boxing as well.
Punch man's head up. He said, "What?
Listen,
heavyweight? What?
Listen,
Bow!
I ain't gonna lie, mash man up still. Light work. It was, but the training was tough. Yeah. And I lost quite a lot of weight doing that as well. And that's what it was. I went in there to think, okay, something I like doing.
It's competitive.
I'm mad competitive, bro. So for me, when I'm in a competition, bro, you're not beating me. Xbox, PlayStation, Monopoly, card games, a race to the car, bro. You're not beating me, bro. Like honestly, like so everybody knows me. My family knows me that I'm mad competitive, innit? So for me, I knew that'd be the perfect environment to put myself into. One of my boy boxers, and he put me onto that. Shout out Callum, and so yeah, I joined the 6 weeks transfer. 6 weeks. It was 8 weeks. So you train for 8 weeks and you have a fight at the end. So he was going good. Obviously, changed up my diet, losing bare weight, enjoying it. Bust up, man. Bust him up, and then I did another one straight after because I was loving it. Weight was dropping off, and yeah, and obviously I got to a point where I've never been before, and then I got comfortable in it. And then obviously because it's like man's looking different still, and relapse and kind of went back up again and battled with that for a few years. Again, I think the turnaround was like again I still learning lessons even then. It was like why was I doing it? And I think at them times I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it kind of for other people and how they viewed me.
And it never lasts, fam. Sorry, but
no, go on.
When you speak about doing things for other people, it never lasts.
Never,
truly. If
never.
it doesn't sit with you, it will never last.
Yeah.
If it's addiction, if it's diet, if it's whatever it is, if you don't do things for you, it won't last.
And because as well,
it falls off.
Yeah, and because as well, you can never please everybody anyway. So, and for me, it wasn't even trying to please them. It was trying to to change their opinion of me and not look at me as the guy that looked at me as back in the day. So when I'm clocking this now, I'm clocking how I view myself. That's when it all switched for mine. When I started to it comes back to self-love, bro. I had to start loving myself. And that's when the massive change for me, when I started just doing things for me. And started doing things to the idea of like, I deserve the life that I want. You know, yeah, I can do this, and I'm not what this, and it wasn't even about them anymore. I didn't even think about them anymore. It was all about me, what I wanted. Like, I wanted to do the things. I love sports. I like being active. So now I struggled being active, obviously because I was so big. I was like my highest, probably like 24 stone at one point. You know what I mean? So, you know, I couldn't be active as much as I wanted to be. I'm a fashion guy. I like wearing clothes. Swaggers. You know what I mean? And
clean, brother, clean.
Yeah.
Come on, it's got the wallabies.
The wallabies, man. The wallabies.
Come on, clean.
They're my favourite shoes, man. And I couldn't wear nothing. Bro, I couldn't wear nothing. I couldn't go shop and buy nothing. I had to buy everything online. Like, man's wearing triple XL, 4XL, jeans 44 waist, 46 waist. Where am I buying clothes from? So even them little bit, you know what I mean? Like the stop at 38, man, and I'm wearing 46, 44.
Yeah. On American sites.
Yeah, but that was me. American sites. I bet all because of Americans, and then all them big Giacomo things there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I used to get so mad at me the whole thinking, why did you do no clothes for no big people, man? Yeah, but I get it, man. And Zara, I used to love going to Zara, man, but I used to hate it at the same time because, but I couldn't wear nothing from Zara, man. You're mad. But yeah, so little things like that as well. Like, I wanted to wear the clothes. I wanted to feel good in clothes. I wanted to feel good. I wanted the galley, all them things there, like. So I wanted to do it for me, and I had to start just talking to myself different. You know what I mean? And not talk to myself so negatively and be hard on myself. Like, regardless of where I'm at, where I want to be, where I'm at right now is enough, and who I am right now is enough. You know what I mean? And
on the way to who I'm trying to be.
Yeah, and I'm more than my body as well. This is not everything. You know what I mean? And when I started rejigging that, my mindset and understanding, like, you know, this is something that, you know, it's a journey. It's going to take a while. It's never ending. You know, enjoy it now, because if I'm waiting to get to a certain point, you know, I'm never going to be happy. I'm never going to be content. You know what I mean? I'm always going to be waiting to get to a certain point. And then when I get there anyway, the ball's already moved again anyway, so I'm never happy.
Yeah, always chasing. Really.
And then when it's like that, you can't be consistent because you're never happy. You're never satisfied because you're always chasing. And that's the reason why I learned that from me relapsing. It's like, because I'm always chasing, I never felt satisfied. I never was happy. I couldn't see my results and be happy in it because I was thinking, I couldn't. I'm always looking further ahead, like thinking, nah, I lost 5 stone. I'm thinking, I need those 10. I lost 5. I'm thinking, bro, you know what I mean? It's mad. It's like, so for me, it was like, and to be fair, sometimes I feel like it's also a good thing and a bad thing as well, because it means I never settled, and it's mad because even only now, bro, I think back to your first question when you said, "Are you feeling? You good?" But it's mad. I feel like only now I'm where I'm like proper feeling myself, bro.
Yeah. I can see it from seeing on the ground. He's doing all these. It's like, yo, do my goal 10 to the side.
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
listen,
that's the energy that I like,
bro.
That's the energy that I like.
And it took time to get there, bro. Like, because obviously it's like, and I'm still trying to work on myself. I still want to get, like, I'm still working, bro. But where I'm at now, bro, I'm good.
There's a person who you remind me of so much, and we spoke about it before. Just because you're both synonymous with each other in terms of the journey that you had regarding your weight. Yeah. Both black brothers, but also have this incredible mindset that's just like, I'm not giving up. Nah, man. Like, I can't have it. And that's David Goggins. Yeah,
I love that guy.
Was he an inspiration to you during that? Like, how much did that inspire you or motivate you in them days, saying, "Cha, it's lonely"?
I used to run to his audiobooks, man.
Serious.
I'd run to his audiobooks. Like, there were times I'm in my bed just listening to him, and it's so funny because I have so much. And it's why I'm so happy to do this, because again, even his story as well. Just when you hear somebody going through the same thing, it's so comforting, and it's just like, why can't I do it then? Why can't I do it? The only reason why I don't do it is because I'm not going to do it. Like, I can do it the same way he did it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, he said, like, that fat guy is always in him, and it is, bro. Like, it is. It's always there, and that comfort and that them habits, because it's habits you've created, and he was just the guy who was just like, he basically just fought against them thoughts in his head and was just so resilient, and to like, nah, I'm doing this. I'm gonna go to the gym. If I don't want, I'm going. And it got to the point where you don't even have a choice. I didn't have a choice.
It's just ingrained in you now.
It's in me now, but I don't have a choice. Like, even this morning, but I didn't want to go to gym this morning. I was thinking, let me lie in still. I'm on holiday. Like, I've got a week off work, but I didn't want to go to gym. You know what I mean? Like, and I haven't got a choice because I know. The thing is, I know where I want to be. I know what I want to get. I'm not going to get it, but I'm just not doing what I need to do
to get there.
To get there, and it's just like, so I can't be complaining saying, oh, this. I can't feel sorry for myself when I'm not putting in the work. So, and that's what Goggins kind of taught me. So it's just like, you can't complain about being fat, about not being able to do this, not being able to do that. If you're not going to go and do the work, and if you listen to that voice in your head all the time saying not to go or eat this, then you're not going to get where you want to be. You know what I mean? And it's just like, for me, he was just like, you have to put that one higher than anything else, because you're going to have that voice in your head the whole time. It's not going to go nowhere.
Facing those demons.
It's just facing them demons and like basically like facing to that bully, and that's like saying, nah, man, I'm going. You can't tell me nothing. Like, and I know what that's done for me. So it's like,
I know now.
Yeah.
Other challenges. I know nothing that.
Nothing, bro. Like, honestly, bro. Like, it's so this transformation is like, I tell people all the time. Obviously, people see it from the outside and see the physical side, but what it's done for me mentally, I'm not even the same person, bro. Like, it's man, when I look at pictures of old me, bro, I feel sorry for that youth, man. Honestly, though, I look at him and I feel, you know what, I feel sorry for that guy, because I know where he was, I know where his head was at, and like, sometimes, bro, it's even tough, man. And I remember once, I was watching a family video at my uncle's house, and I was on it, and I was looking at me, and just the way I was moving, I remember like where my head was at then.
The feelings
and I was just like, bro, I'm not even that same person anymore. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and that's what I mean when I say I feel like I'm free. I'm free from, I shed myself from that body, because that body had so much attachment to like the mental side as well. And it's just like, it's mad, because the freedom I want to explain to somebody, it's hard, who's never had that. It's just like, the things that I would think about when I'm in public, I don't even have anymore. You know what I mean? It's pulling me down. I don't have them concerns. I don't have them insecurities and kind of things there. It's so, and I feel free. You know what I mean? I do feel free, and I feel like I can get the most out of life now. It's amazing, man. And I just want everybody to know, like, this is not just something that I can just do it. Everybody can do this. Everybody can do this. It's this whole idea of like, and again, I don't want to get too, don't give up, but that's it, man. It's like, the whole idea of not giving up, it's not like, it's one day you'll get there. It's because you create new habits. Like, you can't create a new habit overnight. You know what I mean? And so the idea of not giving up, that's just like saying, if you're trying to create a new habit, you're trying to create a new habit, that's not going to come overnight. So you have to keep going, and old habits are going to keep coming back, and you're going to keep tripping up. You're going to, because that I've been doing them old habits for years.
Learned behavior.
So how can I come now and say, Monday now, I'm going to stop all them bad habits and start new ones, and then by the end of that week, I've done them old habits. Like, of course I'm going to do old habits. Like, you know what I mean? But in people's head, it's like, I failed. And that's and that's one of the reasons why people stop as well, because like, I can't do it, because they're still doing the bad habits. But we're going to keep doing them, bro, for a long time, you know? Like, do you think I don't have my binges now? Of course I do, bro. Like, it happens, bro. And, but it's the idea of thinking, needing to be perfect. I had to let go of that as well. That's another lesson. Needing to be perfect, bro, it's so bad for you. And what it does to you, that just makes you give up. Like I said, you're here now thinking, I'm going to do this new diet plan to change my life. And you miss one day at gym, or you have this bad food, and it's just like, I can't do this. Yeah, I can't do this, bro. Listen, do you think you can go to the basketball court and learn how to shoot a 3-point shot overnight? You know what I mean? Like, you have to keep going there every night and learn the new habits now. Like I said, these habits are in me now. Like, going to the gym now, I didn't want to go, but it's in me now. It's a habit. I've got good habits now, which I've learned over time. That's not just come overnight. Like, people might see me, because that's the thing I know people like to say, I ain't got your motivation or dedication. Bro, this didn't come overnight, bro.
Work for this.
Bro, these habits, like, I've worked for this. Like, I've had to put this in repetition after repetition after repetition, bro, where I go to the gym, now sometimes I've been thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that happened overnight. The same way I feel people don't understand about the set as well, even discipline as well. Discipline is something that you have to build as well. That's not overnight. Like, for me, my discipline wasn't great then. And it can get better now, but I've had to work at it to get to the point where I do things where I don't even want to do it, where my motivation's not even there. Because it's not the motivation that keeps me going, it's my discipline that keeps me going now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fam, discipline's a mad one.
It's everything.
And I think courage and discipline are two fundamental, like, principles that go hand in hand, because it takes the courage to start and it takes the discipline to maintain.
Discipline frees you.
are you free now? As he said, I've shed that skin. And it's mad, fam, because I was watching David Attenborough the other day with Holly, and we had it on, and the guy was like, obviously David, the guy, you know, as if it's just any guy.
Yeah.
Bye, bad David.
I know, Big David.
Sir D.
Yeah.
He was saying that the caterpillar, this certain type of caterpillar, goes through this transformation for 2 years, bro. 2 years to transform into a butterfly. It doesn't even live that long. After that, I think it's for like 2 weeks or something.
That's mad.
So, wait, you're trying to say that I'm gonna have to go through all of this to get that? And you are.
Yeah.
If you want that, if you want the end result, that process of you saying it's hard, but it just takes that discipline.
It's what you want more, and that's one of the key things for me. It was like, what do I want more? Do I want to stay where I am now, or do I want that life I'm dreaming about? And are you willing to do the work? And I know that's very everybody says that, but no, it really is. Like, there were times when I didn't want to go. It's just like, what do you want, man? What do you actually want? And I wanted this where I'm at now, and I knew if I didn't go to the gym, if I didn't work my new look at my eating habits and doing the kind of things that I wasn't going to get there. So not going to the gym wasn't benefiting me. Like me coming home from work now and going straight home, I'm thinking, I get to relax. But at the time, you're thinking this is good for you, but it's not. It's not what I want. You know what I mean? And I had to change how I looked at, like, even seeing how the gym was a chore or the gym was something that was bad for me. But no, this gym is allowing me to get the life that I want. Like, I'm blessed that I can afford to go to the gym. I'm blessed that I can afford to change my eating ways. Like, now, man, like, the gym is a good thing. It's not a chore. It's not prison. It's not somewhere I'm forced to go. I want to go there because this is going to give me the life that I want. And
it's the mindset that it gives you. Even this morning, fam, especially, yo, man, just go out to the gym, yo, yo, got the man.
Bro, I posted one picture from the gym this morning. But I look, wham, I did arms, and I'm looking at it. It's still mad to this day. Sometimes I look in the mirror thinking, bro, that me, yeah. Like, honestly, bro, it's like, and that comes with discipline as well. Like, I literally sat in my room this morning thinking, I don't even want to go, but I was thinking, bro, like, you're not gonna get, you already know what's going on. Like, you've been here before. Like, you not wanting to go doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It means nothing, because you know what you want. It just gets to the point where, like, until you really focus on that one thing that you want, like, you're gonna struggle, innit?
Laser focus.
Yeah, you're gonna struggle, and even if you are focused, you're still gonna struggle. But when you know exactly what it is that you want, the struggle doesn't seem impossible. Because, like I said, because I lived such a long time in that life where I was unhappy, like, my focus on what I wanted just grew. So year after year, as the more I'm unhappy, the more life is just seeming like just drifting by. The more my focus has changed. Like, I want that life, man. I want this. Like, it's mad because, bro, like, even now, I picture where I want it to be, but I passed where I want it to be, bro.
Past that. Someone's coming now, though.
Bro, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, and there's even times I think we sometimes can be we can even lower our own expectations as well. So even we can limit ourselves. Like, sometimes the ideas of where we want to be, you might say, I want to get 1 million subscribers, but if you can get 10 mil.
Imagine.
But this is the thing, though. But this is the thing. We limit ourselves, you know. Like, so we say, I want to do this, want to do that, but you can do more than that. And I'm not saying everybody has to strive for world takeover or whatever. Like, everybody's got their own journeys in life. But I know that once you start working and once you start achieving, you'll start seeing that, boy, I can actually go beyond what I thought. Because, like I said, for me to get to this point now where I'm actually putting on a bit of muscle and that, I never got to this point if I didn't lose the weight. So I didn't see this side of me until I got to a point where I lost a lot of weight. So when I was big, now I'm thinking I just want to lose weight. I just want to lose weight. And then obviously now, when it comes to adding a bit of size, a bit of mass, that came after I got to a certain stage. You know what I mean? So it's like in my head, that's why I decided I didn't see this. You know what I mean? So that's why sometimes you have to be careful on what you put yourself and how you limit yourself, because, bro, you can go beyond that. Yeah. Anything in life, like I said before with a YouTube, like you can, bro, you might be going for 1 mil, bro. You can get 10. You can
like, share, and subscribe.
100%, man.
Try a thing, man. We're trying a thing, and I'm in a position where, for me, a lot of what you say resonates because it's knowing what you want, and it's having the resistance to those voices that say can't do that. You get me? And it's having the disciplines to continue despite all of that, what's going on up here. Because I think, especially in this day and age, we spend so much time up here.
It's a war, man.
Like, fam, I hate my fam. I'm sure I've said this past 3 episodes. I hate my phone. I hate it. That pressure that I feel, I hate it. Obviously, being a comedy guy as well, on socials, me obviously doing a bit of the lyrics and the music and having to share it because I shoulder that thing. Fam, it's overwhelming.
It is.
You spend so much time in your head.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. And the thing for me, what kind of helps me with that is because, like I said, go back to me being competitive, is like I'm competitive against myself. So when I do hear them thoughts, I like to prove myself wrong. Me. Excellent. I love it, bro. I love it. Like, even when I do lifting weights, if I'm there seeing a weight, I'm thinking, I probably can't do that one, you know.
He's like, yeah.
Do you know what? Nah, man, come here, man. Let me lift you through the roof, bro. And then when I do it, I look at him like, I wink at myself. I'm like, bro, like, proving my doubts wrong is the biggest satisfaction. Bro, I get so much I can't think of the word, bro. Satisfaction. Yeah, sorry. I get so much satisfaction from beating my doubts, bro. Like, and doing that as well just adds belief into what I can do. So it's not just a satisfaction. It's like, yo, I see my powers in it. So like, you can see your powers then, because the doubt are the ones telling you ain't got no powers. Who ain't got powers, bro? Who ain't got powers? Me? Yeah. Who? Are you mad? Like, so beating myself, bro, is like, for me, like getting a PB when it comes to running, bro. I couldn't, bro. Yeah. You were not in it. Well, when I was in school, bro, I couldn't run. I hated running because I was bad at it. At cross country, but I hated it. So that was another task of mine. So I started running on road. Man started. Man's out running, jogging, doing 10K. But I couldn't do both. I remember the first time I tried to do a mile, bro. I swear I couldn't do. Man, I think I must have, bro. I couldn't run for probably longer than 2-3 minutes, bro. And I'm blasting at 10K. And then and again to prove again to beat myself. The first time I even attempted a 10K. I got to my 10th K and I thought, bun it, I'm going to do the next K. And then that next K was my fastest K of the whole 10.
The whole 10?
The whole 10.
Goggins!
That was Goggins, bro. Because I woke up that morning, again, I limit myself. I woke up that morning, I was like, I've been running 5K every now and again. I never even got to 10. I've been running 5K and I think I reached 7. I think I might reach 7 or 8. And then that morning, I ran for a while and I thought, I need to get back running now. And then I remember I woke up and he posted something and it just hit me. I thought, okay, then cool. But before I read that, I woke up and I said, I'm going to do 5. Yeah. And then I saw his post. I don't know if it was something about being scared to fail. I think it was something like that. And I thought, you know what, he's right, you know. Because why am I saying 5, man? Why not just go for 10? If I don't get 10, I don't get it. But I went there, bashed that 10. And then the quickest one was 11. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the next one. I did the next K, and my quickest K of the whole 10 was my last one, bro.
Manners, fam.
And I was running. I remember I was running because in his post, he was talking about, like, welcome the pain, feel the pain. I was running, I'm like, I could come on. I was like, I can feel the pain. I was like, come on, man. I was running thinking, I can feel it, man. I'm like, come at me, man. Come at me. When I'm competitive, bro, I'm competitive to myself as well. Like, them doubts in my mind, bro, they don't live there. You know what I mean? They come in now and again, but they don't live in it. They don't live there. And I'm not trying to act like I don't have times where, you know, they're overwhelming and they beat, man. But, bro, I don't stay down, man. I don't stay down.
And now you've always had that mentality. All you've done is cultivate it now and sharpened it.
Yeah.
So now you obviously have other interests. Yeah. Like comedy. Yeah. Stick it on you now.
Yeah.
Are you looking to propel more into that lane now?
Yeah, do you know what it is, bro? Do you know what it is? I do love that side, and I think I do enjoy that. And obviously, I'm in a place now where I'm doing things that make me happy in it and putting good energy out there. So it's something that I will continue to do. I haven't put too much thought into how I want to do that. I want to get back into my drumming. That's one thing I wanted to do as well. So it's that kind of aspect where I'm thinking I want to do the things that I know that I love doing and it makes me happy. And like I said, because even my insecurities with my drumming as well, like I was very insecure with that growing up as well, that I wasn't good enough to do it professionally and stuff like that. And that's probably the reason why I let it go so easy. And again, even coming out of this situation and with the transformation, like when I said I can do anything, that I can do it now. Like I said before, I feel like my life feels like I'm starting my life now, innit? So I know people get to a certain age and be like, oh, I'm too old, this. Like,
I'm starting now.
But my life's starting now. So anything that I wanted to do, I'm going to do it. And I'm at a place now, it's like, there's nothing. I know now, listen, the hardest battle I ever had in my life was this battle that I had with my weight, and I beat it. So you're telling me I can't, what you telling me I can't do? And the matter thing about, and it's not to be cocky or anything, or to be like, bro, there's nothing I cannot do, because, and the matter thing about it as well, nobody will understand me when I say this, because nobody knows the battle that I had. So I can say this with my chest high, because that battle for me to come out of that, and the low I was at my lowest, and to come out of that, bro, I know what I know. And so any insecurities I've got when it comes to things like my music or even the comedy, give me time, man, it will come.
No, I respect it still. I respect it because when people often say things like, no one can stop me, or it does have that cocky edge to it. It does have that slight arrogance, but I think you need that.
Bro, you do. Bet
on yourself, Don.
Bobby, if you don't talk like that, how else are you going to do that, bro?
Bet on yourself, fam.
Are you waiting on somebody else to tell you can't, nobody can beat you? If I'm relying on other people to tell me what I can and can't do, they can tell me what I can't do. So that makes no sense. Like, bro, you have to be your biggest cheerleader, man. Like, you have to be. And if it comes across, and the reason why to some people it will come across arrogant and cocky, because they haven't got it.
And they're not willing to put in the hard work.
Exactly. And I'm okay with them thinking I'm cocky, because I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it for you. And this is why things changed me when it comes to my transformation. Oh, it changed when I started doing it for me. And I'm so happy that my journey is able to allow other people to see that this is possible for them as well. And you just have to put yourself first and be your biggest. Listen, whatever you're doing, whatever your journey is, whether it's weight loss, career-wise, family-wise, you have to be your biggest cheerleader, man. And like, you have to tell yourself every day, even when you fall, like, you're good enough, you can do this. Like, just try it. You'll be surprised. Like, you look in the mirror and just tell yourself you're fire. Tell yourself you're peng. Just try that and see how your day is different. I'm not even joking. You walk different, bro. You talk different. But you sit different, bro. Like, just little things like that. Like, if you think, so tell yourself that, and then tell yourself you can go and build a company, you can go and you can be a mother, you can be a father. All the things there. If nobody else is going to tell you that, how are you going to believe that? Because it's all about belief. It's not about whether you can do it or not, because you can. Like, regardless of whether you believe it or not, you can do this. Like, so, put it this way now. If, let's say I never believed I could do this, I've probably proven I can do it. But if I never believed it, I never would have done it. So it all comes with belief. So that's all it is. And you have to remember, not everybody has the people around you to put that belief in you. Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that person saying, you can do this, bro. You can do this. And that's good to have. But if you don't have it, who's going to tell you can do it? You have to do that. And even when there's times you don't feel like you believe yourself, just keep saying it.
He's the truth. He's the truth, because I feel like we don't have enough examples of people that are tangible to us. But we can say, yeah, I can see examples of people that have had transformation, who've had to endure to be where they are now. It's all right, like having a Goggins or a Gary Vee or Denzel motivational quotes all the time, but I can see you. So I could be like, yes, but that's real, fam.
Yeah, 100%, man.
And I think everybody who watches this will take that away with them. Like, wow. Like, even the people who know you didn't even know this about you.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, who even knows this?
Yeah. But I had the conversation with nobody, bro. Like, it's only recently, like, even with my parents and that, they knew how I really felt. Because, like I said, I didn't even know myself until I come out of it. Because it's something you just learn to live with. So, like I said to you, like, them kind of thoughts you have about yourself and them kind of insecurities you have, you learn to live with it, bro. So that's just life. So when they go away, it's like, bro, I lived with them kind of. I lived with my man talking. I lived with me talking to myself like that. Bro, the time I couldn't even look in the mirror, bro. I couldn't even look. I would walk past the mirror and look. I remember there'd be times when if I'm out shopping, I'd walk. I couldn't even look in the mirror, bro. At times. You know what I mean? Now I can't stop looking in the mirror.
Hey, man, it's the truth.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
It's the truth.
Bro, that's energy, bro. And that's
energy,
bro. And that's what you have to be.
Big mood.
You have to be like that, man.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is gonna tell me that.
Yeah.
Because if I listen, I keep telling people all the time. If you're waiting for people to tell you you're paying or this or whatever, like they can tell you you're not. And it's not just about that. But listen, you want to feel good. And it's not just about being paid. It's about you also telling yourself that you're strong, that you're worth it, that you're smart. You know what I mean? Because people think they're stupid, man. And people say all the time, "Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that." Yeah, you said that because you can't do it because you keep telling yourself you can't do it. Watch what you're saying to yourself, man.
So now, energy. What would you say now? Recognizing the person who you were, even as you said earlier, like on the family videos, like who's that? I don't even know who that Don is. Being so open to say, yo, it was the norm. The insecurities, you obviously having to compromise certain things, your dress wear, all of that, all mixed in one. The fat jokes. What would you say now to a younger version of you, a younger self, or the young boys coming up?
That don't have to be your life forever. Like, that's as simple as that. That's not you. Like, you have so much control of your own reality and how you want to live your life, and that's just more than just the job that you have, the people that are around you. Like, you control everything, the way you think about yourself, the people that you bring into your life, and your health, your fitness, anything. You can control all of that, but it's just gonna take work, and as long as you're okay with the work, you can get whatever you want. Like, whatever you want. And you hear this so many times, like, you can do whatever you want. Sometimes I think it goes over people's heads, like, yeah, no, but truly, you can have whatever you want. And because I know this life I'm living now is just something that it was sometimes a dream, bruv. It was a dream, man. Like, I'm 32 years old now, and so most of my life I've been overweight. So that's how long I've lived in that body, in that mindset. You know what I mean? In that shell. I've just shed it now. My life starts now, and it's. I think the one place where people give up is when they don't accept it's going to be hard work. Because once you accept it's going to be hard work, when it's hard, it's like it's meant to be hard. So then it's not a surprise, and you don't stop. It's just like it's then you make that decision. Okay, am I going to work hard, or am I going to stay where I am now? And then you choose. It's as simple as that. It's not even hard. Like this, honestly, like, life is not even hard. Don't get me wrong, life is hard. Sorry, but what I mean is the decisions, how we look at life, we make it more complicated than it actually is.
It doesn't have to be that hard.
It doesn't have to be that hard. Like, working hard is hard, but it's always worth it. It's always. I'm living proof. I'm telling you now. It is worth it, mate.
He's a goat.
It is worth it, mate.
G.
Like, honestly, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything that happened to me when I was younger. I wouldn't change, because that's what put a fire in my ass, man. That's
expensive experience, isn't it?
100%, and that's what I was saying to you before with timing. Timing's everything. Like, there's no late, there's no too early. Like, it's always perfect. I had to go through all of that to get that fire in my ass that Matthew, change your life. And without any of that, I'll be the same man I was then. So it's like, just accept whatever you want. It's going to be hard. Once you accept that, I promise you, you will see. Like, once you accept it's going to be hard, the journey is a lot easier. It doesn't mean the work's easier, but the journey, just knowing, getting up thinking this is hard. Yeah, you know it's going to be hard, Matt. Like, when I was doing my transformations, like getting up at 5 a.m, I know it's going to be hard. It's no surprise. It's going to be hard, but I know what I want. And
on the other side of that,
yeah, and then obviously I know I know why I'm doing it. I know why I'm doing it, and I guarantee. Listen, hard work. put it this way as well. Hard work, it's never done in vain. You're always gonna get something out of it. So don't ever feel like the hard work you're doing is a waste of time, because it's not. So once you wrap your head around that, the idea of like, I'm working hard, this is tough. But bro, I promise you, at the end of this, bro, you're gonna be like, oh, thank God, like it's just like, honestly, like sometimes I think back and think, just imagine, yeah, I didn't even start my journey. Just imagine that, because it got too hard. Because it got too hard, and I thought, this is too hard. Just imagine I stopped. I'll still be where I'm at. I'll still be where I spoke about. I'll still be in that same place, maybe even worse. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't be scared of the hard work. You know, keep pushing. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy, because if it was easy,
everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it. You know what I mean?
Take note, because here we have a man who's through resilience, mental resilience, through pain, as he said, the insecurity, but most importantly, hard work. It's not easy, brother.
It's not easy, bro.
And I love how you put so much emphasis on hard work, output. We live in a space where I wanted it yesterday. I'm that person. I wanted it yesterday.
Yeah.
Last week. But, you know, go so still.
Yeah, I still battle with that as well. Patience is tough. This has taught me patience as well. This has taught me, and like, this has taught me so much. It's more than just the weight loss, man. It's just so much more than that. I hope people understand that as well. Like, it's taught me patience, man. Like, everything comes in time, man. Even this conversation now, it's come at a perfect time. But I don't think I'll be able to have the same conversation I have with you now 6 months ago. I had to go through what I've just been through this last 6 months to have this conversation with you, and to be at this state of mind to even have this conversation,
to even share it.
100%.
That's why I'm just like, I respect it a lot, because we don't have a lot of spaces where men can genuinely chop it up, heart in the sleeve, transparent, real talk, real life.
Yeah.
And I just give thanks for coming through, fam.
Bro, thanks for having me, brother, man.
Like,
bro,
honestly, fam.
I'm a fan. Bro, I've been a fan, man.
Red, gold, and green.
Yeah, man. 100%.
I seen that tear, because I'm like, yo,
and
people.
Exactly.
No, I respect it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I respect it, fam.
Love, man.
Where can we find you on your socials?
Yeah, it's Matt Schawsmidth. Surname is mad thing. SCHAWSMIDTH. I think I'm just on there at the moment. But new things will come though. Working on a few things. But yeah, man, things will come.
Things are on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Guy, Anti, it's my guy. Don't know if I'm from levels.
Yeah, man.
You still really
respect us.
Yeah, fam, that was real. The truth.
Bro.
You're the truth. Like
it's the truth,
fam.
Bro,
man, respect,
it's
man.
the truth. The thing is that I can't even convey how influential that is for me, but for other people, fam.
People as well, yeah.
In any walk of life,
I
bro.
respect that.
Even how you talk about belief, because belief, there was this talk, they were talking about belief, like belief has the power to change molecules, DNA in your body.
100%, bro.
Just from belief alone.
It does. Bob, listen, belief will heal you. You believe you're ill, bro, you'll be ill. I guarantee you. That's not no joke.
Yeah.
But that's why this whole quality thing's a madness, bro.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous, brother. Because you believe you're ill, you'll be ill.
Yeah. It starts in the mind as well. It just starts.
Everything starts from there, man.
It starts in the mind. You're saying the molecules on a cell level.
100%. Like why do you think like thinking positive but affects your whole body, like and like feeling good and how your body feels, all them things there, bro. Like and even when you speak to yourself, like I said to yourself, like when you're telling yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Where do you think? What superhuman do you think you can then go up and do something you keep telling yourself you can't do? How? It doesn't even make sense though, bro. It's like it doesn't even make sense. You're sitting here every day telling yourself, I can't do this.
This guy on like a life coaching thing goes on a level, fam, because fam, this is what I need to hear, fam.
It doesn't make any.
I'm that guy.
Bro, we all are, bro.
Yeah, well, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
No exceptions.
And so for me, I'd have to switch how I talk to myself. Like, why can't I? You can, bro. You can do that. It's hard, but you can do it. Like, and the thing is, people scared. Listen,
hard work. People scared of hard work.
I can't help people that I can't help anybody that don't want to work hard. And listen, people choose a certain life to live, and that's each to your own. But if you don't want to work hard, you're not gonna live your
best life.
Your best life. That's it. And regardless of transformation, whatever it is, the way you want to live your life, it's going to be hard. Having kids is hard. Being a father, being a mother is hard. Having a girlfriend is hard. Having a husband, God, everything's life is hard, bro, man. Like, life is hard, man. Like, if you want to sit back and listen, these people who are homeless, people are happy to sit on the road and beg the whole life. And again, each to their own. And like, but it's a decision, though. Yeah. You can fall on hard times. Don't get me wrong. It's a choice. To stay there, it's a choice. Yeah, to stay there, it's a choice. Yeah. Of course, it is. If you're there every day for a year, that's your choice. That fact. That's not all. Life's been unfair, bro. I get it. Everyone's come from different, and I get hard times happen to different people. And I 100% get that. I'm not trying to be insensitive. No, of course not insensitive. It is a choice
because you know that you made that choice for yourself.
100%.
That's why it's key that we have these conversations because it's not coming from anybody and anybody.
Exactly.
As you're saying, I know that you can because I did it myself.
And I know I can't blame nobody. If I was 32 now and I was still fat or overweight or how you want to describe it, I got nobody to blame but me. So it's like, I'm there depressed. I'm there, you have to take responsibility for it. I'm there depressed thinking I'm not living a life. I can't go meet no girl because it affected me where it was with girl as well. And obviously I can't go meet no girl. I can't have no. That's me. Like, but okay, do something about it then. So it's like I'm a realist with myself as well. Like, so I'm just like
instead of being this woe is me character.
Yeah. Bob, you can't do that because I realize when you're in that space, it doesn't comfort you. That doesn't comfort. You think it comforts. It doesn't comfort you. It gets you comfortable to stay where you're at. It doesn't comfort you, like make you feel, oh, it's okay. Nah, bro. Like, I'm not. It's nobody else's fault. I used to think, I'm big boned, or I got so much metabolism. No, bro, you're eating. You're eating. You're not working out. That's what you're doing, bro. Big bone. People say that all the time. Oh, big bone. Like, no,
it's true.
No, man. I'm eating too much and I'm not exercising. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? It's like, Bob, it's mad. You know, it's mad as well, Bob. There's times I didn't even know when after a certain point of working, I didn't even know when I was even hungry. I was just eating. I got to a point where I was just eating just for the sake of it.
But you know another thing that you said about you knew it was going to be hard work.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same as well because I'm freelance.
Yeah.
I quit my job 2 months after my daughter was born.
Yeah.
Going to become a freelance, and I already said to myself, I'm ready for the struggle.
Yeah, man.
I know it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, man.
When I'm struggling, it's nothing.
Exactly, because you know.
I'm ready for it.
Exactly.
And
that's it. And I think because of that as well, that's why he was able to take that leap, bro. Because if he wasn't ready for that, he couldn't. If he wasn't ready for that, bro, he would have given up.
Fact.
And you would have given up, bro. And you'd be like, this is too hard, but you know it's hard now. So you walked through that door, knowing it was going to be hard. So then once in there, you can't run out now. Thinking, I knew it was going to be hard. You walked in there knowing it was going to be hard. You know what I mean?
But yeah, powerful, man.
Yeah, man, respect, man.
Living proof.
My guy.